Okay, I'll go ahead and use this slide to talk about the theme. How to present the self. Okay, so basically, when you're brainstorming, you have a bunch of notes. And those notes are scribbles about random parts of your life. And sometimes they connect, sometimes they don't. So you look at all those things and you try to determine what the big picture is. Who are you? What represented you? And you look for themes and then you create an outline of the story. So let's go back in time for me. And here we are. This is me. 7 AP classes. Oh, let's not look at this information. It's already there. But I don't want you to be like, I have a stomach ache. Anyways, top 5%. I was competitive, okay, and academically, I was really into sports. I did a significant amount of activities, and I won some awards. So I was very involved. That's one thing. I was very resourceful. That's another thing. I was persistent and I was dedicated. Almost everything I did for 4 years. Sports, basketball and cross country, I did for 4 years. But my record was always very consistent. So that's something about me. So in the theme, I would use those keywords to hold my structure together, and that's why I don't think you always need an outline. If the theme is clear, it'll hold everything together. So that's for me. But for other people, what are themes? I've had a lot of trouble sometimes with some students who have these. There are two problems sometimes. One is you just don't have any activities, so there's no clear picture of who you are, and the other person is has some activities, but they're not related. So there's always, I believe, there's always some kind of underlying reason for why you did Brazilian dance, or why you wanted to create a WeChat group to unite people. Now that why could be rooted in you want to get into a good college, which doesn't translate into a good personal statement if you write that's obviously, but you can still link everything together. Okay, so what is it about? What makes you you? What makes you tick? So with that in mind, the theme will be consistent throughout the paper through your diction, your words, repetition, and also what you're really about. So this is a kind of a big tangent, but when I write something, if I was to delete it and to write it again, it would probably come out very similar because I am who I am. And that's why sometimes I believe, you know what, all your personal statements and who you are, when you write about yourself, it's already written. You can change it, but you can't change yourself and your writing style and who you are that significantly. So it's pretty much already written. It's just how do you put it down onto paper, and that's where the writing comes in. And but the other missing link sometimes is introspection, self-awareness. Like, yeah, who are you? Um, that's what the AOs want to know, and that's what the schools want to know. But sometimes the student just doesn't know who they are. So I think that's a part of the fun part, the huge challenge, but the fun part about personal statements. Sometimes you're really helping people figure out who they really are, and when they do, that's amazing. If they can't, that's frustrating. But you have to try nonetheless so that you can reach a higher state, and that's not a pun, but multiple meanings. A higher state of understanding, and also a higher state in terms of um, where you go for college. So yeah, hope that helps. Present the self, look for themes, be consistent, be authentic, and I'm sure you do great. Okay, I need to work on my endings, but